Mindful Monday. So thank you, Christina, for inviting me on
Yes,
Instagram
yes.
to do this Mindful Monday.
Gotta
So in
try everything we can.
yeah. So in continuation with last week, we're gonna just cover birch oil really quick, and then we're gonna actually talk about October specials because it's the new month. Welcome October.
Yeah.
So I'm gonna go ahead and share my screen, and then hopefully I think I might just face the camera, try to turn the camera on Instagram around to face the screen. Hopefully there won't be too much glare, hopefully. So let's see if I could do this right. So okay, so here we are. All right, so you want to start out,
Yeah,
Christina,
yeah.
about the birch? Yeah.
So the Birch essential oil, I've got a little 5 ml bottle here in my hand. I'm so excited to have it. We doTERRA is proud that they are the only commercially producing essential oil company that has 100% pure birch essential oil. And that is really huge because it's a very tricky essential oil to produce. And a lot of the times, what you'll find is birch essential oils that are purchased in the store or wherever are highly adulterated, and as a matter of fact, usually don't have any birch essential oil in them at all. So it's interesting that it's a history in the United States of these distillation places that had birch distilling for a long time historically in the United States, but throughout the years for some reason, and I think with the improvement of science maybe, and it was cheaper, birch kind of like went down a different path. So um, the company was able to connect with a family in Pennsylvania, I believe, and
Yeah.
they have a huge birch forest, and they even have an old still there. So it's really cool. They use the fallen birch trees to distill this 100% pure birch essential oil. Now, as you notice, the lid is a child safety lid, and that is just to show you that this is not one that you want to ingest and that you do want to be careful with because it is quite potent. It's very amazing. Um, but it's great for helping massage muscles that might be sore and things along that line. I love using it in a motion discomfort blend, so I'm very excited to have my hands on a few of these bottles. Again, the essential oil is pure, and we're the only company that can say that. And that's huge because what's been going on is that it's been adulterated. So, what is usually used to make birch essential oil is either wintergreen or some gross petroleum products, which is, petroleum is oil, right? So, we don't want oil products in our bodies or using them when we think that that's supposed to be essential oil. That's gross. The other thing that you can use to make, a trick for making birch essential oil is um, expired aspirins. So the reason why, yeah, so it's really strange the history of what's been going on with what they're claiming to be birch essential oil, and the whole reason why that there's these imitators and adulterators in the mix is because the main constituent of birch is called methyl salicytate, and that is in aspirin and that is in other things, but we want the real pure stuff made by the birch. We don't want a chemically induced one. And methyl salicytate, chemically speaking, I don't know if you've ever seen when they make models of chemicals. Sometimes they make jewelry out of it too, but they take like basically a ball and then there's a line and another ball and a line. So that's all chemical structure when you break it down into very basic words. And usually it's a 3D structure. But for methyl salicytate, it's a very different type of structure in the sense that when you're holding it, you don't know what side is what. So, for example, when we have our hand, we know what hand it is because, this is our thumb on this side. And when we flip it, our thumb's still going to be over on that side. It's not going to still be on this side. It switches, right? But for methyl salicytate, that chirality is what it's called, isn't there. So it's hard to see the molecule and what it actually looks like and where it comes from because of that. So but you actually can find it out. You just have to do a lot more testing that companies aren't necessarily willing to do. And one of those is basically looking at the carbon dating. And so they can date the oil in a machine and see how old the carbon molecules are. So that's how you can find if it's a petroleum product. Um, so, yeah, there's just a lot of additional chemical testing that we can do to make sure that our oils are 100% pure and natural. And that's why doTERRA is awesome, because they do these tests. And so that's how we know that we have 100% pure essential oil, whether it be birch, lavender, geranium, whatever. And methyl salicytate is a great chemical compound to help our bodies and do a lot of things that are good. But what you'll notice that is if you're using things that are not pure and not quality controlled, then you're not always going to get the same result. You're not always going to get a good positive result as you use it. So that's why it's important to get some real good quality oils, and doTERRA is the company to use. So if you do have birch in your house and it does not have the doTERRA brand on it, then I would suggest gifting it back to the earth, pouring it out in your garden or something. I don't know what to say about what to do with it, but I would not be using it if I were you.
So yeah, I just like to show these pictures again.
Yes.
Christina, shared, they found a farm in Pennsylvania or some land in a town called Kane, Pennsylvania. And here's some pictures, and it's just really
Yeah.
neat again how they do the sustainability. They work, they don't harm any they take the fallen trees, right, and produce the oil. And so I'm just going to kind of share some great ways to use it, right, and how I use it personally. So great ways to use are massage, dilute with a carrier oil for sure because it's minty. Some people with sensitive skin might, feel it feels a little tingly. And, what's interesting enough is that, when you smell wood oils, they smell woodsy, and birch
Mm-hmm.
is really like the unique one. It doesn't smell very woodsy. It smells very minty. And,
Mm-hmm.
Christina explained that, the science behind that earlier. That's how it ends up, having more of a minty smell. So, and then the other oils that it blends good with are cedarwood, vetiver, wild orange, and bergamot. So you can blend, you could put a couple drops in the diffuser and blend with, a couple drops of with those oils, and it just smells so amazing. But my favorite way to use it is in I have a little glass bottle that I refill with fractionated coconut oil, and it's kind of like my after shower um, bath oil. And I do a combination of different oils. I usually put yarrow palm or balance because I like to have it blue. Those are oils that have a blue color to it. And then I will add a flower oil like lavender or geranium to give it some softness. And then I
Mm-hmm.
like to use birch along in it because of the minty. I'm very active, so I just like that. Um, I like how I feel like it reduces inflammation, and it helps, tired or sore muscles. It's less intense than using deep blue. If you guys are fans of I'm a fan of deep blue too, but I like to use, I use it certain times, and then other times I just like to rotate and, switch other oils to use for overtired muscles or joint pain. So that's how I use birch in a little 1 ounce bottles. I put it maybe about 10 drops of birch and then maybe 10, like I said, 10 drops of like lavender or geranium, 10 drops of yarrow palm or 10 drops of balance. And that is kind of like my basic, like body moisturizer after I get out of the shower. So, do you have anything else you want to add, Christina, before we move on to the October promos and
I
specials?
just, yeah, I just think it's really crazy how, they did a market study and, of a bunch of 27 different companies of Birch essential oil. And they tested them. They went through the full on big scale, multiple, 60 whatever tests. And literally not one company that was tested had any birch in it, like literally zero birch. So that's just, it's mind blowing to me. And yeah, again, it does smell like minty, and that's why they can get away with either using wintergreen oil or other fake stuff. So make sure you're looking into that, and having the good quality.
All right, so so I'm going to talk about the promos. I don't have my balsam fir oil handy right now. It's across the room. But if you are on a doTERRA customer, a current customer, and you're on a loyalty rewards order, if you have any questions about what that is, please reach out to one of us. But as part of the loyalty rewards program, we get to earn free product. We get to earn points for free product, and or I'm sorry, we get to earn points for free product, but also if you order a certain amount a month, which this is 125 PV or more, if you place that order before October 15th, you'll get a free balsam fir. Again, balsam fir is a fir tree, so it smells very Christmassy. That will be added to your cart automatically. And again, it's while supplies last, so we encourage you guys to put your order in as soon as you can. And then, do you want to talk about the guacamole wood?
Guacamole wood, that's what it's called
So,
guayac wood. And I just
yeah,
made a funny joke and said guacamole wood, but guayac wood
it's
is really cool. Um, and it's a calming oil. It's steam distilled from, the, I guess, is it called a guayac tree? I don't know. But yeah, it's a very grounding oil. So when you're meditating or doing yoga, it's a really great wood to use, to give that tranquil aroma. It's also great for hydrating your skin and minor skin irritations. So a great one to
mm,
put in your little, if you have an oil regime similar to what Teddy does after her shower, that's a really good one to add to it,
hmm
or to your meditation practice. So
yeah,
that one's 10% off this month, right? Or is that the
yeah.
free one?
No, it's a 10%.
That's the
Um,
10% off. So $24 for the 15 ml bottle.
yeah, and I'm going to describe this scent to you. So
Yeah,
it smells very similar to cedarwood and guacamole. I'm just kidding. No, not the guacamole. I'm making fun of the name. It smells very close to cedarwood to me, but just more smoky. It's got like a smoky, it smells a little burnt, almost campfire-ish, right? But yeah, I
mm-hmm.
love it. And again, wood oils are great to combine in the diffuser with any citrus oil or with a flower oil. And again, if you're into making your own perfumes, wood oils really keep the scent of those citrus oils. The citrus oils are
Mm-hmm.
lighter oils, so they tend to evaporate off the skin faster. But if you combine it with an earthy wood oil, something thicker, like a wood oil, like this oil will it really changes the scent of any citrus oil or floral oil. So I highly recommend trying guaiaca wood. I can't say
Mm-hmm.
it
Yep.
this month.
Guayac wood.
Oh, okay. So then I'm also going to talk about the adaptive um there's an adaptive promo, 200 PV promo. And then, so that is if you do order more than 125 and you actually order more than 200, you'll actually get the balsam fir, but then you're also going to get the adaptive promo. So it's actually a 15 milliliter adaptive. And then you're going to get, so I'm showing the roll on to you, but you're actually going to get the 15
Yeah.
milliliter.
Yeah, I was looking to see some.
Yeah,
We
you're
use
going to
it
get the
so
15
much in our
milliliter
house.
oil. Yeah. And then the bath oil, right? You're getting the bath oil if you order at least 200 PV.
Yeah. The bath oil is nice. We love the adaptive oil in general in our house. It's really
Yeah.
a good calming oil, but not one that's gonna like Serenity that's designed to really help you sleep. But interestingly enough, I do use it to help my kids sleep because they just need that extra assistance to get themselves calmed down to the point where they can fall asleep. So yeah, the adaptive really helps lessen the feelings of anxiety and emotion that you may be having. And so yeah, the oil is super awesome. The and then this is the bath oil that was a special like in December or something, but now they've got it as a 200 point special. So see what you need. Make sure you really stock up on the things that just were released, the convention kit
Yeah.
items. So not only can you get the full convention kit, which has all the items, even the ones that aren't going to be released till like, November and whatnot. You can get them all now by getting the convention kit, or you can just start by getting like the Serenity stick and things like that. So let us know if you need help adding to your order to get to those 200 point PV so you can get
And
those
then,
goodies.
do you want to talk about the, this Mr. Okay, so I have to show her because every time we try to get it, it sells out.
Yeah, let me
So
check and
yeah,
see.
the Huga, is that how you say it? Huga
Yeah, Huga.
oil. Yeah.
Yeah, and it looks like
So
it's still available for purchase. It's not sold out
yeah.
yet.
Okay. So
Um,
if you haven't tried the Huga oil, it's a nice blend of, it just smells, it's woodsy. Yeah, there's some wild orange, there's some citrus oils in it, cedar wood, this is in there, frankincense, myrrh, um, this writing is so small. I'm starting, oh, vanilla. It smells really, really pleasant. It's a nice fall scent, fall and winter scent for sure. And you get it as a bundle with it's a censored diffuser, right? Is that, wait, what am I
yeah,
thinking
motion
of?
motion sensor. So
Activated. Yeah,
it's
motion
really
censored. So it's a
similar.
plug-in. Yeah. So it's a
Very
plug-in.
similar to the bubble where you screw
Yeah.
in the oil bottle and it's motion censored. But the one that we're showing you now, the mist, is a wall plug in. So
Right.
you find plugs in your house, and I highly suggest the bathroom. That's a great place. That
Yeah.
a motion censored
Yep.
diffuser works really awesome in. But I love it. You can really have every room smell like something different. And again, since it's motion censored, it's not like constantly running, but it gives you just enough of a beautiful smell when you walk by to like fill the room. It's great.
Yeah.
And it doesn't have any of that toxic stuff that other plug-in
Yeah.
items
Yeah.
have.
Yes, there's no chemicals, nothing to harm your lungs, eyes. So many people, oh, sorry, my headphone fell out. So many people have asthma and allergies, and you need to like take a look in your house. If I go to your house and I see candles in your house, there's a chance that those candles are probably causing some of your allergies. So, it's just about being mindful, and taking a look at your environment.
Hmm.
So that's
I will say that's a great point to make, Teddy. And I think like say it louder for the people in the back. Like when I started using essential oils, I really stopped experiencing seasonal allergies. That, when you
yay.
think spring comes around and then your nose gets stuffy and all that. Well, I'm telling you, my visits to the doctors and any type of experience where you would want to be taking like over the counter type stuff has drastically reduced since I started using essential oils. So there's definitely something to the products in your home and what is in them and how your body is reacting to the world in general. So if you
Yeah.
have seasonal allergies or other stuff, give us a call. Well, we can help you out.
All right. Well, that's it for today. If you have any other questions, you can comment on this post or direct message either one of us. Otherwise, we'll see you next time. Thank you. Thanks, Christina.
Yeah, thanks for having us.
All right.